Let me share the real truth with you. There is one specific conversation every man will have in his dating life that can either protect his heart along with his wallet or leave him completely destroyed. However, most guys handle it miserably. You believe you're being open, honest, and romantic, but no, my friend, you're actually being set up. And most of the time, you don't see it coming. This is the exact conversation that separates men who get played from men who stay powerful. Trust me, you want to be the second kind. Stephanie here. Welcome to the channel. So in this video, I'm breaking down the most dangerous conversations that men have with women without even realizing it. I'll show you how this single conversation, or these types of conversations, can cost you thousands of dollars, months of wasted time, and even your sanity if you don't handle it right. And more importantly, I'll tell you exactly what to say instead to protect your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Money talk disguised as a dream. It starts off soft, innocent, and sweet even. You're lying in bed, maybe watching a movie, and she says something like, well, one day I just want to wake up in a huge house. You know, big kitchen, walk-in closet, floor-to-ceiling windows, maybe even with a view of the ocean right behind it. And at first, you're thinking, wow, she's ambitious. She's a dreamer. I like that. But pause for a second. Who's in the blueprint of that dream? You or your wallet? This is one of the oldest tricks found in the female playbook. It's not a conversation, it's a soft pitch, a disguised way to test your financial readiness, your provider instinct, and more importantly, how easily you're influenced through your ego. See, at this point, she's not talking about building with you, she's subtly checking if you'll build it for her. And fellas, if you're not listening carefully, you might miss the difference. You see, the setup looks something like this, right? She starts weaving these dream pictures. Imagine being on some vacation in another country, just relaxing in a private villa. Or she'll say, I can't wait to drive something luxurious, like a G-Wagon, maybe with you behind the wheel looking all attractive. And you know, mostly it sounds romantic, it sounds fun, but it's not just talk, it's data collection. She's measuring your financial limits, and if you respond with something like, oh, I'll make sure you have that one day, babe, well, she will file it under potential sponsor. Now, I knew a guy who dated a woman like this. She talked about dreams all the time. I want a boutique someday. I just need someone to believe in me. If I had the right support, I could really make things happen. He thought he was being loving, supportive, and visionary, so guess what he did? He gave her $5,000 to start that boutique. 3 weeks later, she stopped answering his calls. The boutique never happened. Relationship over. Lesson paid in full.
Look, these are some red flags that you need to watch for in case you're not sure if you're with this kind of woman, right? She talks more about what she wants to have than who she wants to become. Her goals always need your action, but never her own effort. She compliments your ambition right before suggesting expensive ideas, right? She brings up money topics early in the relationship, covered in emotional talk like planning the future. Listen, a woman who's serious about you will talk about building with you. A woman who's sizing you up for lifestyle perks, well, she'll talk about dreams that happen to cost you money. So what do you do instead if you are in this situation? The next time she starts a dream house or perfect life conversation, reply with this. Hey, that sounds amazing. So what are you doing right now to make sure that happens? Then watch her reaction. If she's serious, she'll talk about strategy, hustle, and plans, right? If she's not, you'll hear crickets or vague answers. Or worse, she'll turn it back to you. Listen, guys, you're not a fantasy fund. You're not a come-up plan. You're a man, and your money, time, and energy need to be earned and not expected just because a woman is in your life. Have you noticed these red flags before? Tell me what you think in the comments right now. Make sure you keep watching until the end for the most important advice. The second deadly conversation is what I call the guilt gift setup. Now, this one is subtle, very dangerous, and way more common than a lot of guys realize, because it's not loud. It doesn't come with a price tag up front either, but it'll empty your wallet and your emotional bank account one apology at a time. It starts with a disagreement. Maybe you corrected her. Maybe you said something she didn't like. Maybe you simply didn't read her mind that day. And now she's upset. Suddenly, she's not responding the same. She's cold, she's distant, and you begin feeling guilty about it. And right when you're wondering how to make it right, it's her birthday or Valentine's Day, or there's just a rough week at work for her. And guess what? The only way to fix things now is by you buying her something to make amends. This isn't just manipulation, it's a guilt transaction. She doesn't ask for the gift. She creates the emotional environment that makes you feel like you need to offer her one. Because if you don't, you become the bad guy. She'll say, "You didn't even try to make it up to me." Or she'll say, "Wow, I guess I mean that little to you." And then, boom, you're there looking for flowers, jewelry, expensive dinners, trying to fix a moment of tension that she helped create. You know, I was talking with a client the other day, a good guy. He dated a woman who was, the queen of silent treatment. Every time she didn't get her way, she would just shut down. And every time he would respond the same. Buy her something, a bracelet, a surprise delivery, a vacation. And you know what she told him one day? "You always know how to fix things with gifts." It wasn't a compliment, it was confirmation. She knew how to use his guilt, and every time she did, she got paid. So here's a pattern for you to watch out for, okay? She's sweet only after you buy her something. Arguments somehow always end with you doing grand things. She never apologizes, but expects you to make it up to her. Her birthday or holidays always come after some kind of emotional distance or conflict. You feel like if you don't spend money, you're going to lose her. That's not love. That's not even closeness. It's emotional blackmail, and you are paying for it.
Here's what I want you to do instead. Next time things go bad, you need to resist that strong want to fix it with your wallet. What you should do is fix it with a conversation. Say this instead: "I care about how you feel. Let's talk about it, but I'm not going to buy your forgiveness." That will set a boundary, a standard, and draw a line in the sand. If she respects you, she'll answer like a grown woman. If she doesn't, she'll pout, use guilt, play mind games, or disappear. Now, either way, you get your real answer, because gifts should come from joy, not guilt, from appreciation and not feeling forced. And any woman who makes your love depend on what you can buy her doesn't love you. Let that sink in. She's just managing you. Ask yourself, are you being generous or are you being played? If this is hitting home, let me know in the comments right now. Your stories help everyone learn. If you're sitting there thinking, well, oh no, this is me, then it's time to hit that like button. Yes, drop a broken heart emoji in the comments if you've ever been guilt-tripped into spending on a woman who wasn't even serious about you to start with. I want to see how many of you are out there. And also, if you're getting real value out of this kind of no-nonsense dating advice, subscribe to the channel, because this is the type of content that actually saves you from getting played every single time. Have you subscribed yet? It's the best way to make sure you don't miss the crucial advice coming up. The third conversation I'd like to tell you about is the let's split everything 50-50 debate. Ah yes, the classic "we're a team" talk. So this is the let's go 50-50 on everything conversation. Equal partnership, shared responsibilities, no gender roles, no expectations. I mean, it sounds fair, but here's what no one tells you. For a good number of women, it's only 50-50 when it benefits her. She'll preach independence, but when it's time to split a bill, see what happens. When her rent is due, who does she call? When her car tire goes flat, who does she call? If her Wi-Fi gets cut, who does she call? So here's how it really plays out, okay? She'll say, we're both grown, I can pay my own way, right? But when the bill comes, she'll wait, look, hesitate, or worse, she'll say, you got it, right? With that little cute voice that sounds more like a test than a question. Now, if you don't have it, suddenly you're not a real man. Suddenly she feels unprotected. Suddenly she starts questioning the vibe. Let me tell you about a guy from one of the communities I'm in. He was dating this woman who was all about 50-50 until he actually let her pay for dinner a couple of times. And then she started acting different, less affectionate, more distant. Then one day she told him, well, I don't feel spoiled anymore.
Translation, you're supposed to pay for everything, but I'll still talk about equality when it helps me. And I can hear you say, wait, so she wanted the benefits of traditional treatment? Make it make sense. Here are a couple of red flags to look out for that will support my point. 1. She talks about equality but expects you to initiate, pay, and plan everything. 2. She only goes 50-50 on the small things, not real costs like travel or emergencies, right? 3. She uses the phrase, a real man provides, right after saying she's independent. 4. When you suggest fairness, she calls you stingy, insecure, or cheap. That's not equality, that's emotional manipulation, just in a clever disguise. So what do you do instead? Set your expectations early. Say this, hey, I'm happy to invest in a relationship that feels mutual and not one-sided. I love treating a woman, but I don't love being used. When you say that, watch how she reacts. If she's offended, you just dodged a financial trap. If she respects it, you have found someone who sees you as a man and not a money tree. Let me be clear, you don't owe anyone luxury just because you're a man. Respect isn't bought, it's earned. And any woman who expects you to go all in while she goes half-hearted is not your partner. She is a risk.
A real relationship isn't about 50-50. It's about 100. Full effort, full respect. And that must include her contribution, not just yours. You either establish boundaries and protect your energy, or you get emotionally drained while thinking that you're being that good man and nice guy. Guys, do not confuse being generous with being easily fooled. What's the biggest lesson you're taking from this? Write it in the comments before you go. Combo number 4, the where is this going trap. Okay, gentlemen, this is one of the most heavy conversations or questions that a woman can ever ask you, right? So where do you think this is going? And I need you to understand that it's not just a question. It's actually a test, a setup, a chess move. And if you answer wrong, you lose your power, your position, and sometimes your peace of mind. Now, I know you're probably thinking she deserves honesty. And I mean, you need to always be upfront about intentions, right? I don't doubt that. But the truth is, there are certain things that you don't always have to reveal right away. The secret no one tells you is most guys answer this question too strongly. They get all soft, vulnerable, and give her a full speech about how amazing she is, how he's never felt this way before, and how he can see a future with her. Nothing wrong with that, right? It seems innocent. She's sitting there smiling, but inside, she's making plans. Cool, I've locked this guy in. I can relax. I've got him now. The power balance shifts instantly, and now you're chasing and she's pulling back, and you don't even know what just happened. This is why I always say don't give away certainty too quickly. People value what they earn and not what they're given. So how do you deal with this instead? What do you say? Well, when she hits you with the "where's this going" line, just pause, smile, and flip it back with something like, well, that depends. Where do you see it going? Or, hey, I'm still figuring that out. I'm getting to know you better. This would help. Now, you know what this does. It keeps you in control. You're not giving a plan to a woman. You're still deciding. You're not being cold, you're just being intentional. And that's the difference between the man she respects and a man that she controls. Because once you say something like, I see us together long term, before she's truly proven herself, she may mentally check out. You've killed the excitement. You've killed the mystery. You've given her the entire book when she only asked for one chapter. And you'll know you've made a mistake when she starts giving you less effort, fewer compliments, shorter replies, because in her mind, she already has you. And most people don't value what they already think is certain. So remember this, when the question comes up, it's not just about the answer you give, it's about who's leading the situation. Are you giving away emotional control, or are you maintaining your position as a man who thinks carefully before he invests in anything? That's some food for thought for you. Did this final insight change your perspective? Let me know your views in the comments below. If this video helped you, please protect other men by sharing it. And do me a big favor by subscribing and hitting the like button to support more content like this on The Manipulated Mind.